NY high school girls basketball team forfeited after players reportedly called black N-words by crowd during game. But before we start, please make sure to subscribe our channel for more videos. New York State school districts are investigating reports that spectators hurled racial epithets at high school girls during a varsity basketball game over the weekend. As one player said, she heard the crowd calling them black N-words. DeJane Buckley, a sophomore point guard from East Ramapo, said Scarsdale players started barking at her team from the bench during the fourth period of the Feb. 10 game. And then came the racial slurs, the Journal News reported. Our coach realized that from the stands they were saying black N-words. Buckley, who wasn't playing because of a torn ACL, told the newspaper. As East Ramapo's coach called a timeout to address it, a woman on the Scarsdale side stepped forward and said she heard everything, Buckley added. We forfeited, Buckley said. We didn't want to continue to play in that kind of environment. But the slurs poured in again as they walked off the court with about 4 minutes left to play, she added. School officials on both sides denounced the hatred, which ruined what was also a Scarsdale-sponsored breast cancer awareness event and fundraiser for the V Foundation, a cancer charity established by the legendary college basketball player, coach, and broadcaster Jim Valvano. The girls' varsity basketball game on Saturday between East Ramapo and Scarsdale was regrettably marred by the report of racial slurs directed at East Ramapo players. East Ramapo Superintendent Clarence G. Ellis said in a Monday statement, according to the Journal News. The use of racial epithets and other bigoted language meant to hurt someone based on their skin color have no place in high school athletics or anywhere in our community. Athletic directors from both districts have announced an investigation into the reports, according to the paper. Unfortunately, the game ended. The East Ramapo players left Scarsdale feeling dejected and disrespected, and a day intended to bring communities together for a common purpose was tainted, read a statement, issued by Director Ray Papalati from Scarsdale and Greg Russo from East Ramapo. We were saddened by this outcome. So far, this review has not identified a specific individual or group who engaged in any inappropriate conduct, the statement continued. Despite the absence of specific information, we view any act against the dignity of any student-athlete as unacceptable. I know that the Scarsdale and East Ramapo communities join us in denouncing all acts of hate. Although the districts are leading the investigation, the athletic organization that governs them, Section 1, Athletics, will monitor it, according to Todd Santa Barbara, Section 1's executive director. It's not the first time the region's basketball games have been torpedoed by racism. During a game in early January, girls basketball players from Yonkers Roosevelt High School allegedly made anti-Semitic comments to players from Leffel School, a Jewish school in Hartsdale. The Roosevelt coach was fired, and school officials booted a player off the team following the ugly incident, which included a player allegedly saying, "I support Hamas, you King Jew." Other incidents included spectators tossing racial epithets at Nyack High School cheerleaders during an October 2023 football game, a black Nyack basketball player being taunted during a February 2022 game against Pearl River, and a Pearl River student using the N-word during a 2022 track meet, the Journal News said. Buckley, the injured point guard, told the paper that everything was fine when the girls' teams had played each other earlier this month. But that was a home game at Spring Valley High School. This is the first time I'm experiencing it firsthand, she said. As black kids, we are looked at differently, and I'm not sure why.